He promised them protection, power, and invincibility. All they had to give was blood. This is Killer Krunch, and today we're cracking open the cauldron of Adolfo Constanzo, the Narcosatanist cult leader who blended black magic with murder. Born in Miami 1962 to a Cuban teen mother deep into Paleo Mayombe, Adolfo's first rites weren't holy, they were ritual. Before he could walk, his mother took him to a priest and dedicated him to the spirits of the dead. She believed he was a chosen one, a spiritual weapon meant to wield dark power. By toddlerhood, he was watching sacrifices. By his teens, he was performing them. Growing up, he would hunt down priests, fortune tellers, and occultists, but he wasn't collecting beliefs. He was building his own religion. Adolfo eventually moved to Mexico City, and with his charm, intensity, and spiritual power, he attracted a loyal following. His pitch was simple. You want money, power, protection? I can give it to you, but it comes with a price. He formed a group known as the Narcosatanists, a fusion of cartel members, corrupt cops, and followers who believed his magic could make them untouchable. Constanzo's belief system was a twisted cocktail of Santeria, Paleo Mayombe, and a full-blown psychosis. But to his followers, he was a prophet, a man who could channel spirits through blood and bone. At their ranch in Matamoros, he built what was called an ngonga, a sacred cauldron used in Paleo Mayombe, but his wasn't filled with the usual ritual items like sticks, stones, or animal parts. Adolfo's was fed with human remains. Victims, often drug dealers, rivals, or random abductees, were brought to the shack. Some were tortured, some were dismembered alive. All of them became offerings. He believed that the more a victim suffered, the more power was transferred into the cauldron. Skulls, brains, spines, and blood, all boiled together with herbs and grave dirt. He promised invincibility to his cartel clients, saying his magic would make bullets miss and rivals drop dead. And it seemed to work. His followers were hooked, not just on protection, but the power he promised, and they kept feeding the cauldron. In March 1989, during spring break, Mark Kilroy, a pre-med student from the US, vanished while partying in Mexico with friends. Constanzo had ordered his men to abduct someone pure, someone special for an upcoming ritual. But unlike his previous victims, this one sparked an international incident, and Mexican police were forced to act. They raided the Matamoros ranch. What they uncovered was beyond comprehension. 15 mutilated corpses buried in shallow graves, an altar drenched in dry blood. And right in the center, the ngonga. Inside the cauldron was a stew of death, and among the remains, the pieces of Mark Kilroy. It was no longer just cartel violence. This was ritualistic murder on a mass scale. The spell was broken. The cult had been exposed, but by this time, Adolfo Constanzo was already gone. Constanzo fled to Mexico City, hiding in an apartment with a few followers, but he couldn't stay silent. He kept using the phone, paranoid and nervous. Eventually, cops tracked him down. When they burst in, Adolfo didn't beg, and he didn't run. He handed his gun to a follower and said, "Kill me." Constanzo died in a hail of bullets by his own design. In the end, the man who claimed he could command spirits and control death was terrified of capture. His cauldron may be cold, but the stains it left behind are permanent. Thanks for watching another bowl of Killer Krunch. If you enjoyed the episode, please like and subscribe. And remember, if a man asks you to look into his cauldron, tell him to do one.
Start your day the killer way with a bowl of fright and fun. It's crunchy, spooky, downright kooky. You'll scream when the day is done.